and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's budget stylist video. I know it's been a little bit since I've done one of these, and I have so many people who are requesting to do more of these because I know that it always doesn't make sense to pay the designer cost, but yet you still want to achieve the look. And I'm obsessing over everything fanny pack lately, especially since I've done the 2 videos on the Gucci fanny packs that I purchased. I've realized that they're just so much more convenient than having a regular handbag. I know it's not practical if you're trying to carry your laptop or your notebook, but if you are just using it for everyday simple use, whether you're going to the store, an amusement park, or if you're just going out on a night of the town with your girlfriends and you don't want to carry your bag everywhere, especially for you girls that when you go out, you're just leaving your handbag everywhere and you're concerned that someone might grab it or you might lose it or forget it somewhere, this is the perfect alternative. It is hassle-free, hands-free, and it's so convenient. So I had a lot of girls asking me about the Gucci fanny pack, and I wanted to find a way for you girls to be able, and guys, if you want to have a fanny pack, to achieve the same look at a fraction of the cost. And just to give you an example, the Gucci Marmont Matelassé is $1,100 pre-tax, and then the Chevron Quilted bag by Steve Madden is $45. You're talking about less than 4% of the cost, and I will tell you right now, I am shocked. I'm pleasantly surprised at how similar these 2 bags are. Of course, the Gucci fanny pack is leather lining and the Steve Madden is faux leather, but if you put that all aside, the quality is so similar. I've actually worn both of these belt bags, and I find myself being a lot more comfortable wearing the black one just because A, it's black, and B, I'm not as concerned about it getting wear because if it is an item that I want to resell down the line, I want to make sure it's in the best condition possible. I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of both belt bags just because I don't want to divulge too much individually on each of the bags because I've already done an in-depth review of the Gucci Matelassé fanny pack, and I'll make sure to link that below in the description box in case you want to just do or you want to see a review on just this bag alone. It's very detailed. I show you what fits in here and what doesn't and different ways you can wear it. But this video and the main intention behind it is to give you this designer look at a fraction of the cost. So I'm going to start off by showing you both bags side by side. And as you can see, they're very similar in size. So starting off with the details and sizing first, both bags run about 7 inches wide, 4.5 inches tall, and then 2 inches in depth. Now the Steve Madden quilted handbag, they do say online that it's 1 inch. It's definitely not 1 inch, as you can see right here. They're both pretty much the same in terms of depth. So as you can see, the bags are pretty similar in size. You're gonna be able to fit like an iPhone 7 Plus because I know I was able to fit mine in here. Credit card, ID, lip liner, lipstick. You're not gonna be able to fit a lot larger of items, but you'll be able to get your essentials in here for sure. So just to give you an example, this is an iPhone 7 Plus. That's myself and my nephew, and I'll be able to fit it right into the fanny pack, no problem. Most of the other iPhones are smaller than this and Samsungs are the same size. So you'll be able to fit your cell phone in there, no problem. Zip it up just right. And then there's gonna be tons of space for other items. There is actually a key difference. I'm gonna take my cell phone out. There is no pocket inside of the fanny pack, where on the Gucci Matelassé, they do have that little option right there, which you can stick. For example, that's the authentication card, and then you could put like a credit card and ID in there. And then I think I actually left money in here. But as you can see, it has that little pouch that the Steve Madden does not. And then of course, the lining is different. This is more of a suede, softer lining, where the Steve Madden is more of a linen, which I think over time will actually wear better. When you do have a black linen material, you'll be able to clean it a lot easier, and if it does get dirty, it won't be as noticeable. So I'll definitely say that the Steve Madden, in terms of keeping it clean inside, will last longer. But of course, keep in mind it's because this is the nude leather and this is the black leather, so no matter what, the black will last better, especially if it does get dirty. It won't be as noticeable, so keep that in mind. I'm not comparing 2 black fanny packs side by side. This is a nude leather and a black leather, and the reason why I chose the black is that this only came in 2 colors, and then it also comes in like a gold metallic type shimmery leather, which I actually really like that one as well, especially if you're using it as a going out bag. I wouldn't use it as a day-to-day bag. I'll also link that below just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And now I'm going to show you the up close details, and keep in mind, there's a huge price difference between the 2, so obviously the quality of the Gucci Matelassé is going to be a lot better just because the leather is genuine leather, and of course that there's a difference in the hardware. It looks like the Gucci Matelassé is a lot more of a muted gold, where the Steve Madden is a shinier gold. So I'm going to show you in detail up close just so you can see a compare and contrast, because I know sometimes when you're looking online it's so hard to tell in photos, but now that they're here side by side you can see that there is a key difference in the hardware, but it's not something that's super noticeable. I don't feel like someone's going to walk up to you and be like, hey, let me see what the hardware looks like. And before I get into the details, one thing I will say is that I love the fact that this does not have like a GG on here. So it's not a replica. Of course, it is a similar bag, same style. It does have the same Chevron imprint, even though it's a lot thinner and it has a little bit different of a variation, but you're still able to achieve the fanny pack look without actually being an exact replica, pretending like it's Gucci and it's not. So I love this bag, and I'm going to go ahead right now and show you some close-up details. Now first I'm going to start off with the front. The Gucci Matelassé has a double V chevron, where the Steve Madden only has a single V. So the imprint isn't exactly the same. It's not replicating the exact bag, but it's definitely a similar style. And I always love any kind of chevron imprint, because if you have just smooth leather, it's a lot easier to wear on the leather. And as you can see, the stitching is the same color as the bag. So the Steve Madden is black stitching, the Gucci Matelassé is the nude stitching. So that would be the key difference on the front. Now moving into the back of the bag, the Steve Madden actually doesn't have any stitching on the back, where the Gucci Matelassé not only has the same chevron imprint, but it also has a heart shape, which I really like. I know you don't really get to see it when the belt buckle is on, but there's a heart stitched in, and then it's the same chevron imprint all the way through the back, which you do not get on the Steve Madden. The Steve Madden just has the belt buckle in the loop, and then that's it. I really do feel like the Steve Madden hardware doesn't look cheap. It's not super flimsy. As you can see, the zipper right here, and then it says Steve Madden on the back, and then it has a gold zipper, and then of course a gold buckle. And then the hardware on the Gucci Matelassé is the muted gold, as I've said a few times, and then the belt buckle is also a muted gold. And the zipper is actually not gold. It's more of like a darker gray / darker chrome zipper, which I really like. It kind of blends into the bag a lot more. It looks more nude than gold. The biggest difference, I would say, in terms of quality of these two bags is the inside lining of the belt bag. I'm not a huge fan of this lining. I feel like it looks a little bit cheap, and this is what makes the belt bag look cheap. But of course, it is the inside lining of where you're supposed to wear it around your waist, so it's not really noticeable unless, as I mentioned earlier, you're wearing it over your shoulder, where the inside lining of the Gucci Matelassé is still the same leather all the way through and also has the stitching. And then another aspect is the fact that the Steve Madden has a lot more holes, which means you can adjust it a lot more. So now that I've done a compare and contrast of both of these belt bags, I'll be very honest with you. I was pleasantly surprised at how excellent the quality of the Steve Madden belt bag was. So if you aren't looking to pay the designer price, and we're talking about a difference of $1,050, it's not a small difference, it's a pretty massive difference considering that the quality is pretty similar. I would recommend going with the Steve Madden fanny pack, just because why pay the designer price if you don't have to? Now, if you do love the Gucci fanny pack, I would recommend buying it because I don't regret it. I think it's an excellent bag. I do get a little bit hesitant, especially because of the color when I'm wearing it out, because it is a lot easier to wear on a lighter leather. So I would recommend going with the black if you do like black belt bags. But if you don't want to pay the designer price, this is an excellent alternative. Do not feel like you're compromising quality. You can actually buy this in multiple colors and still save $1,000. So if you are looking to buy a fanny pack, aka belt bag, that's what they're officially called, I recommend either one of these. I think they're going to be a great purchase. I really hope you guys like this video. I wanted to do my best to give you guys a designer alternative if you didn't want to spend the money. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to comment it below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it 2 thumbs up, subscribe below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.